It's that time of the week where we now break down the key matchups for the upcoming game between the Patriots and the Eagles. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar and Alex Barth. Guys, let's talk a little bit about this Patriots defense against the Eagles run-pass option. Obviously going to be an intriguing matchup there.
Yeah, so the Eagles are second most in the league in RPOs. They've already ran 97 this season. Only Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs run more of them. They do run the ball on 80% of the time of those RPOs, so it's a lot of run-heavy stuff, but they love that backside slant with the RPO action going the other way, with the running back flowing the opposite direction. They'll throw it to Zach Ertz. They'll throw it to Nelson Aguilar. Mac Hollins, who's a big target, gets in there every once in a while, too. So that's their big kind of concept, but Bill Belichick talked about it yesterday, or actually on Wednesday, and said that there's a couple of different variations of things that they do. You know, there are a few different route combinations that they run off of them, but for the most part, it's slants, it's maybe a little pick play on the outside, a little screen pass, and then obviously the running back action.
And it's going to be interesting to see the RPO, and we talked about this on your podcast a little bit yesterday, Evan, that it's been in the league so long now that teams can pick up on these tendencies and they can sort of dictate how they want to play it. And for the Patriots, it comes down to me, do you want to force the Eagles into the runs on the RPOs and let them do what they want to do and limit the big play? Or do you give them that edge in the running, or do you give them that edge and force them to throw the ball?
Right.
So that's to me what it comes down to, and I think that's the big question for the Patriots this week. We call this key matchups. I think the key for this one for the Patriots is basically to decide when the Eagles give you that look, or before they give you that look, when you anticipate it, what are you doing? Are you forcing them into the run, or are you forcing them into the pass? Because the defense, in a way, can dictate what the offense is going to do on the RPOs. And I'd like to see the Patriots do some of that on Sunday.
There's a lot of no-win scenarios the RPO presents, right? You're kind of stuck in the middle.
Right.
Do I play the run? Do I play the pass? The Eagles right now, Carson Wentz is 13 for 18 off of throws off of RPOs, but only for 85 yards. That's just below 5 yards per attempt. So even though he's completing a lot of those passes, there are a lot of short dink and dunk type throws on those slants, on those screens, things like that. So the Patriots force them into pass, and then they tackle, and they just limit yards after the catch. They can limit their RPO game completely and overplay the run and not let them run the football either, maybe get them out of those.
And Alex, you have a fun matchup that you're going to be diving into. Oftentimes, Stephon Gilmore is on the other team's best receiver, and in Philadelphia, that happens to be a tight end.
Yes, it is by a lot in Zach Ertz. And Gilmore has said a couple times this year he likes covering tight ends. He thinks it's easy because they're just not as fast as wide receivers, and he gets to be a little more physical. And the Eagles wide receivers, and we'll do a separate video on this you can check out on the CLNS YouTube page, the Eagles wide receivers are a joke right now. Jordan Matthews, they signed on Monday. He might be their number one going into this game. And they signed him Monday. He was available in November.
Yeah.
That tells you everything.
He's like their emergency guy. Just like, you're always in Philly, Jordan Matthews.
I feel like this goes beyond emergency to the point. I mean, you think the Patriots wide receiver situation was bad at one point this year. This is something else. So, and this kind of goes to what we talked about with throwing off the RPO and all that, if you take away Ertz, if you're the Patriots and you take away Ertz with Zach Gilmore, Carson Wentz has nobody to get the ball to. He's going to have to be, every pass is going to have to be perfect. He's not going to get any help from his wide receivers. So that's my key matchup. I think if you take Ertz away, you essentially take the Eagles' offense away, more or less.
And a classic Evan Lazar matchup here.
Of course.
Fletcher Cox. How will the Patriots' interior line contain him?
In a world where Aaron Donald doesn't exist, Fletcher Cox is the best defensive tackle in the NFL. He's that good. I think the two things that stand out for me with him is the speed to power off the ball when he's rushing the passer and against the run. Teams try to double him, and he just gets off the ball so quickly that he shoots the double team before they can get on the block. The other thing that he does just incredibly well is chase down running backs, whether it's on screens or outside runs. His range for a defensive tackle is just insane. He can go sideline to sideline like he's a linebacker, and he's got great recognition skills. So he usually lines up over the right guard or shaded somewhere around that right guard. Obviously a very big matchup with Shaq Mason, who's a pretty good lineman in his own right.
Yep.
Ted Karras, though, Joe Thuney, those guys need to be ready to help out as well. And the Patriots are going to have to get multiple bodies on him because Fletcher Cox could live in Tom Brady's lap in this game. And if he does, that's going to be problematic for the Patriots. And good luck running the football against him too. So double teams, combination blocks, maybe some wham schemes where they actually leave him unblocked and kind of leave him in like a lurch, like, wait, who's coming at me and where from? Kind of pulling guards onto him as well might help out in that sense also. Keeping him off balance, throwing multiple different looks at him, and throwing double teams. You're going to have to throw the kitchen sink at him.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all the rest of our Patriots content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.